I won't go to heaven now. I won't go to heaven now. I won't go to heaven now. I won't go to heaven now.
Hey y'all, so I am here today finally with the long-awaited wig tutorial. The hair I'm going to be using for my wig today is from Beauty Forever. They sent this hair to me, so I opened it, saw the hair. It also sent me some lashes with it. These lashes you can find at the hair store for $129, so you know, just to keep that in mind. The hair I got was Peruvian body wave. I got 16, 18, 20 and a 14-inch closure, I believe. So this is the closure. This is what it looks like. 3-part closure. Now for the bundles. So they all come in bags like this. As you can see, the waves are beautiful. Hopefully when I actually wet the wig and wear the wig that it's actually wavy and not straight. So this is the hair. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful. Bouncy. It has a little bit of like that weavy smell to it, but it's not that bad. So this is the 20-inch, by the way. 18, 16, and the 14-inch closure. This is the wig cap that I always use. It's the only wig cap that I use. You can get it at any local hair store. It's $3.99. It has an adjustable strap around the back. I get these because my head is very small, so if I ever was to make a wig that didn't fit, I can always adjust it with the straps, and I also, you know, put clips on both sides. This is my little head. This is the wig cap. You can see on the back it has adjustable straps. What the whole thing looks like, so I'm gonna put it on her head. Now this is on her head. When you put the wig cap on, make sure it's stretched all the way out. So when I do mine, I stretch it like this and I pin it, so when you put it on your head, it's all the way stretched out and it's not too small. I'm just going to use these pins. This is regular sewing pins. You can use any kind of pins that'll stick into the styrofoam head, but I have those because I sew too. So I was lucky to get one of these because my mother went to hair school. This is something to make it easier for you to hold your wigs. I guess you can get this at the hair store or online, I'm not really sure. The hole at the bottom. These, by the way, are $3.99, so I just stick it on there, and then it has this little thing you can connect it to the table. I'm gonna repin mine. Stretch it all the way out and then pin it. Okay, so now that our wig cap is secure and not moving, we're going to first sew on the closure. Put this in a ponytail so the hair can be out of my way. And by no means am I a professional at this. I don't really know what I'm doing, honestly, but I make it work. So on the top of the head, you can see where they have where you can put a lace closure. So we're gonna put this closure right on here and pin it down. Notice that my hands were a little ashy, so I'm about to put some lotion on. That's not cute. So actually, before I start, I forgot to tell y'all what y'all will actually need. So you don't need this, but it's easier to use this. You need the head, the wig cap, your hair, of course. And if you want to put clips in yours, like I do, I'm not really sure what size they are. Thread, this is what $1 at the hair store. Also need 2 needles, one curved one. This one is to sew the hair. They have smaller ones, but this is just the one I have. And then you'll need a regular needle to sew on the clips, because this needle will be too big to go through the holes that's on the clip, so you'll need like just a regular small sewing one. Stretch it out, make sure it's all stretched out, and just pin it on there. Look in my eyes, see the gristle, it lies on the rizzle of my pride, nigga. Our closure is pinned down, so now we can start sewing. Where you're gonna sew at, this part, this is where you sew on. So now that our needle is ready, Make sure you knot it at the end. Get that extra off. So make sure it looks like this at the end. Literally all you do is sew around the perimeter. Let's start under here and loop it through. When I pull the needle through, I pull it through here, so I put it through there and pull it. So literally you're just going to do that around this whole thing. By the way, I'm not by any means a hairstylist. I don't do hair. I just make my own wigs. I learned from YouTube, so I'm just showing y'all what I know. But don't be mad at me if your wig comes out wrong, because I barely even know what I'm doing. So as you can see, we're coming up on the end. When I get to the end of the other end of the closure, I like to loop it under and through so I can make my knot. And then I like to put it through the thread. You want to start sewing the longest length on there at the bottom. So I'm going to start sewing the 20 on. Wefts are nice and thick, so you just want to unravel it. So I don't double my wefts up, which would mean sewing it together like this. I do it like this. I used to start from here over here, but now I'm starting right here so the tracks can be straight across instead of curving around. I start above this little thing, right, this little flap. When you sew through this part, this is the strap right here, this is the elastic part. So when you sew through this part, only sew through the net part, the cap, not the actual strap, because if you sew on the strap, it won't stretch. I like to pin my hair up so it can be easier to sew through the cap, through the hair. So I just make a knot so the hair won't move. Sew above that strap. So I'm just gonna sew under and through. It might not be tight at first, but it will get tight once you just keep sewing. Also, when I get to the end of one side, I sew it through regularly through the cap, and then I sew it through the weft as well. Instead of just looping it through, you loop it through and then put it through the weft and make a knot. So I'm just going to fold this over, pin it over here, and continue to sew. Also, by the way, when you're sewing in the back, you can space them out like this. But when you get closer to the top, you want to have them closer together so you can't see the cap or the tracks. So I just wanted to come and show y'all how it looks so far. This is with only just one bundle. So I have all of this left with one bundle. I'm going to try to squeeze the whole second bundle and then some of the last bundle, but pretty full already. Coming up on the end, I'm gonna show y'all what to do when you get close to the closure. Okay, so you can leave it like this if you want, but they say you should sew the tracks actually onto the closure. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna just show y'all how I do that real quick. I didn't cut any of my wefts, by the way. I probably should have, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna bring it over here and sew through the net and through the closure. So right here, this is the last of the second bundle, so I'm just literally gonna cut this much of the last bundle and just put it right here. Now our beautiful masterpiece is done. Now we have to try her on and cut the lace. This is before the clips. This is the wig. The white stuff in here, that's from the styrofoam head. So now we're just going to cut this black part out. So now it looks like this. Now we're gonna put the clips. Another reason I like this wig cap is because it kind of helps me guide where I want to put my clips. So on the sides, the little flaps that were on the sides is where I put my clips. 2 right here and 2 on the other side. So literally all I do is I line it up with the edge. The way you have to sew it is make sure that this part, this little thing, is facing the hair. I'm just gonna do the rest of these and I'll be right back. As you can see, I plucked my part a little bit. I'm not gonna bleach it right now, but I will eventually. And I also beat my face. I did a tutorial on this. Is the whole drugstore look, so it will be down in the description.